Is the mic still on?
You got Ken and Beezy, Sophie and Mike, feet for a ride. The people want to know, is the mic still on? I'm saying.
So what else we got?
Did y'all talk about the Prince and Meghan and Harry?
No.
I was gonna mention that, but I didn't see the whole thing, so I don't know. I saw the first 30 minutes.
You did?
Yeah, speaking of crying and shit.
Yeah.
I only caught so
She
this
wasn't
was
really crying like
yeah, so I only because I think I got home the night it was on, and my wife was watching it and talking to me at the same time while watching it, and I'm like, just give me play by play of the whole thing. I was like, I don't care about this, but I'm here, I'm listening.
Same thing. Same exact thing, bro. Same. That's so crazy.
It was so interesting to me. I'm not even into like the whole royal family situation.
Me either.
I was like, man, like I was intrigued.
Yeah, it was interesting.
It was
a little
interesting
bit after the fact.
Yeah.
But and we got apparently there's some good memes that came out of it, but
Yes.
yeah, it was kind of crazy. But now it was like one of the biggest talks of the week. Meghan basically saying that these motherfuckers are racist.
Which we kind of, I mean, not a big shocker. Like we knew it, but like to actually hear somebody say it, to the point, like, yeah, I think the biggest thing for me was the whole conversation around how dark this baby was gonna be when you got this woman who looked white. Like, come on now, like that's a conversation piece.
Yeah, I think it is. If you're them, I think that's valid. They don't want a bunch of black folks running around in the goddamn castle unless they got damn mops and brooms and damn spoons in their hands.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a different type of royalty. And color. I didn't they say she got some darkies in her family?
Who?
Meghan.
I mean, her mother's like my complexion.
But do she have any dark skin? Because you got Meghan, and then if the motherfucker came out looking like a chocolate chip, that would be a concern. The motherfucker, you got Meghan light skinned ass, this chocolate chip looking kid. You got goddamn Cookie, and then you got this motherfucker running around. So I don't know. I can see them tripping, but I think people were. Do you guys think that people were shocked that they were racist over there or something?
That's the part that killed me.
Really?
That's the part that cracked me up.
That's
I was
the
like,
feeling
why
I
is
got?
this a story? Of course the royal family is fucking racist. I mean, they basically invented like colonial. Like, what are we talking about
Where do they
here?
think the motherfuckers from America came from?
Right.
Like they brought the shit over here.
Exactly. They invented this.
Right.
That's like you being surprised that Jay-Z can rap. It's like, what are we talking about
Exactly.
here? It's like, this is the weirdest story. I didn't watch the interview because I just did not give even 1/12 of a fuck about this.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw the Twitter stuff rolling in and I was just like, oh, Meghan is upset because she married into a racist family and they are showing their racism. This is a story. And I was really looking at Oprah's stupid ass sideways. I'm like, you're a fucking dumbass too. Because I saw her part where she was like, wait, what? Somebody said that? What?
Oprah was killing me,
No,
though.
who? No, you won't. No. Who said? I'm like, what is wrong? Are you fucking serious?
I felt like Oprah was on some bullshit, but people on Twitter was like, nah, she was just trying to get the details of the story.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, Oprah, come on. Like, what was the one? I have to remember the question because I was like, Oprah, this motherfucker only has one answer.
Oh, and did she save him?
Yeah.
Did what?
There's only one fucking answer he got. She was
the
like,
question?
she asked Prince Harry, do you think that Meghan Markle saved you?
Saved him from
So he was
what?
basically saying that it's a whole, because of the whole relationship with the tabloids, that his family is like trapped in the monarchy. Like there's a certain level of like you can't do anything, and there's certain rules that you have to live by so that you feel very stifled and very trapped. And so his family is still trapped in this whole circle of fame and thing. And that's when
Oprah asked him that in front of Meghan?
Yes.
Did she expect him to say no?
That's his point.
Right.
Oh, come on.
I'm like,
man.
what? Huh?
Fucking stupid.
Yeah. It looked like he kind of thought about it a bit, but he caught himself. And I think the other thing was Oprah was kind of, once again, I don't know if she was on some bullshit, but she kind of asked, again, like you probably missed it, but a lot of this stuff I didn't even watch, but I heard and I was told everything that was going on as it was happening while the show was on. So and Ron said the same thing happened.
Oh, really? Because it was
Mhm.
like 2 hours long, wasn't it?
It didn't matter. It didn't matter. But one was about privilege, and I think he was saying, or they were saying that that there were suicidal thoughts and depression and stuff like that.
That's sad.
And Oprah was like, yeah, but you're privileged, like you got all this stuff, like
That's a fact.
how are you going through that? And it's like, yeah, but Oprah, you kind of know that people that do have things sometimes go through shit too. Like you can't separate that out. So it was like, what kind of a question is that? But I don't know.
And I thought he was one of the ones that just kind of did his own thing anyway, though.
That's what I heard.
Because he was in, and what Nate told me, that he was in the military, which wasn't they not really, they don't really supposed to go to the military, stuff like that. When you was the one that telling me that he already was just kind of like a rebel of the family.
Because he's so far down the line, right? So he wasn't going to get the damn crown anyway.
Yeah, so William is the older brother. So when anything happens to Charles, so if the queen got it on and his daddy become king, then William would get it. So he is further down the line. But yeah, I think it's not so much that generally they like go to prep school and then start taking the position in the royal family. And he kind of bunked that and went off to the military and kind of did almost like, I think it was like a Peace Corps kind of thing. So yeah, he is a bit of a rebel. And I remember like when he was in the military, like there's a lot of pictures of him out drinking with his buddies, doing like kind of frat boy type stuff, which is frowned upon in the royal family too. So yeah.
See, that's what confuses me about all this. I don't understand why we're so invested in this story. Like, I didn't know who the fuck Meghan Markle was until she married this guy. I had no idea who she was. Still don't care. But I don't understand why we are so fascinated with the royal family. They are shitty people. Well, like, why are they any cooler than the fucking Trumps? They're not.
Well, I think the thing was, it was just because they are, and because, they're the whitest of the white, it was a big story because Meghan Markle was black. So it was like, everybody started paying attention. Oh shit, it's almost like inclusion and acceptance. Oh, we're in the royal house now.
But I don't think a lot of people know that.
That's how people were looking at it for, as I knew.
What are you about to say, Sophie?
She just
mostly
said what?
jokes, to be honest. I think that was mostly jokes. I think like from the interview, what I got within the first 30 minutes of watching it was when Meghan was talking about how we're talking about this right now. Like they're no bigger than people in America think that like these monarchs are celebrities when really like they still expect you to like carry out like these like historical practices that are like very much ingrained in their culture. It's not just I'm the queen, let's take a picture. It's I'm the queen, curtsy for me, do this, do that. Like, and that's weird for me to wrap my head around because as an American and B, someone who lives in Atlanta, I don't give a fuck about a celebrity, bitch. I really don't. Promise you that. But yeah, it's like how they operate. So I don't know, maybe, I don't know, it's different from that perspective. And also I did see a lot of people in UK Twitter, not necessarily trying to rival American racism with British racism, but I think how they view it over there is like, it's a lot more coded or something like that. Like, they turn their noses up at even acknowledging racism, like, which some people do in America here, but it'll still be like, F you, whatever. And then like, they'll throw stones and hide their hands kind of in America. But also I think like in Britain, it's more like racism. We've never heard of a thing like that.
It's kind of like the racism in the North compared to the Southern racism.
And it's just different. Like, I guess it's just different. Like they can't undo it or dismantle it because there's no acknowledgement that it even exists, is what I got from literal people from UK.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I a lot of podcasts that I've listened to, like they did this whole expose about how racist it is. They get down over there when it comes to being pretty racist.
But that still doesn't explain to me why Americans are sitting back and so invested in this. Like, I don't give a fuck about this.
There's always been a certain section of America that's been obsessed with the royals since Diana died.
Exactly.
And so yeah, I don't necessarily get it either. I don't know why I don't know, other than it's like real life fairy tale kind of imaging. Like people feel like it's really princesses and princes and kings and queens and duchess. I mean, look how popular that Bridgerton shit was. Like people are invested in that
on Netflix.
Yeah, that whole like royalty idea.
But again, so I get that, and I don't want to sound like I'm victim blaming, but I kind of look at both of them a little sideways. Meghan and is it Harry or
Harry?
Paul? I kind of look at both of them sideways. I look at her sideways in you had to know that's what you're walking into. You fucking had to.
Oprah kind of alluded to that too. Oprah kind of
did.
alluded because she was like, you know, I didn't. She was like, you didn't Google, like you didn't know what you were getting into. And she was like, she was dating a guy and she was looking at it like I'm meeting his family.
Then she's an idiot. And she's a flat out
or she lying.
That was
BS.
Yeah, that was BS.
Yeah,
because she's a super bright
They
girl.
also say that, and I don't know. I might think it's BS too, but she did say that because I was like, that's bullshit. But then once she kind of explained why, I could understand slightly why she probably didn't want to research, because it would drive a lot of anxiety and like, damn, this is what this particular press said about them, and this is what these people over here say about them, and this is what is reported on them by the British Mail. Like, it's all of those opinions plus whatever he's gonna say about them and how you actually approach this situation.
I don't buy it, because whenever I go on if I ever meet a girl and go on a date, by the second date, she knows my social security number, where I was born, where my mama was born. I'm like, how the fuck do you find that?
Social security?
Google, not literally, but I'm saying she knows
a lot
all
about
these fucking details about how you Google. So Meghan Markle expects us to believe she just met this guy,
right?
And she's like, "Oh, you're a prince? Interesting. I
like
love
a real prince,
right?
Right? Yeah, I love Prince.
You know, let's go on a couple dates. Oh, I like you." At no point did she stop and say, "Let me go look into this royal family and see what they're about." Oh, they're involved in like weird murder conspiracies. Oh, they're extremely. Not only are they racist, their family goes back to like when racism began.
Right. Exactly.
But I'm still in this because you are just so great, Harry.
Your mother is Princess Diana, and I'm just supposed to be like, oh, yeah, that's
and that's the thing.
Right.
Like, you
like what?
Exactly. You don't even have to like know all of that, but you heard about the conspiracy theories surrounding Princess Diana's death.
Had to.
Like, they set that shit up, allegedly.
Right.
So, like I don't follow any of that shit, and I heard that shit.
Exactly.
But you still walk into the family, and then when you hear something, it's not. I mean, it's a racist statement. Don't get me wrong, but I've heard way worse. I've heard way worse than, man, I'm trying to figure out what the hell your son gonna look like when it comes out. I've heard way worse.
I think that's a valid question.
I mean, I get it.
What do you mean by valid? Kitty?
From her context. From your context, yes, it's a valid question. From their context, they're clearly like, look, we don't want any niggers to dirty up our bloodline.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
So you are just flabbergasted by this to the point where you want to go tell Oprah about it. So you sound crazy.
So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
A friend of mine posted something that got me to thinking. Meghan Markle is a white passing woman in America.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So do we think that the fact that there's certain things that she may not be aware of because she is white passing here, that she's like, oh, I got to deal with this shit too?
I don't think it's that. I think that she's just bothered by the fact that she's now having to deal with it.
Yeah.
Like, here, she can get away with the shit,
but
now she's having to step into our shoes for a
like,
while.
you're a nigga too.
Right.
Damn,
Exactly.
I thought I could avoid this shit. I
Yep.
thought I could move over here and become a fucking princess, and none of this shit would affect me.
Right.
But nope. Welcome to fucking reality.
Yeah.
And then you look at
like even your quarter of black that your child is going to be scrutinized and
Yes.
treated differently.
It's gonna be a nigger.
Yep. It's
Or
gonna be a
whatever they
nigger
call
to
him
them.
over there.
And Harry, I would start looking at him and be like, okay, are you only with me to piss your parents off or to piss your grandparents off? Like,
I think he genuinely loves that.
I don't
girl.
know. I'm just saying, this is what I would start
Yeah.
asking. Like, if I was in an interracial relationship and I find out that your family is hella racist, I would start looking at you funny and being like, okay, first of all, why didn't you tell me about this shit? But that's my issue with Harry is Harry had to know how his family was. I just wouldn't bring someone into that situation no matter how I felt about them.
You think he knew they were racist?
Hell
though?
yes.
Like,
Is it that
Yes.
you like to the point where I don't fuck with black people racist and you're bringing it into my family, or it's like an understood thing that sure all of the servants are blacks, but we love them.
Right.
but how?
So
would-
it's like once I get like, I think that there is a certain level of ignorance that he maybe have had to how it would affect him
I don't
if
buy
he
it.
decided to bring a half black girl home.
I don't buy it.
How would he know they're racist if they never had to deal with like black people on this
Right.
level?
I'm sure they've said something. How old is Queen? Whatever the fuck, Queen
Elizabeth.
Cersei.
How,
What's her name?
Queen
Elizabeth.
Cersei.
How old is she? She gotta be at least 97 and a half.
I think she's
So-
in her 80s.
In her 80 something
Hmm.
years, y'all think she's never said something that would make you be like, I don't know about this one. She said something.
She. I mean, maybe in passing, but it's just
Nah,
like
I'm
not to the
giving
point
Harry
of like,
that.
don't you bring a nigger to this house?
Right.
I guess is what I'm like.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get
Yeah.
what you're saying. But I still feel like the little bits that I've read about this,
Mm,
they both sounded like they were surprised.
mm.
The way she presented it sounded like she was surprised and appalled that this would be said about her child.
I think she was.
Then she's stupid.
I will agree.
You
I
really
think-
think she
stupid.
was
I
surprised
think
to hear
she
that?
was surprised because I think she's never really had to deal with it here. She's gone off, become a successful actress, lived a privileged life. Even though she got a black mama, I don't look black. And so there's certain privileges
Yeah.
that I have here. So now I'm over here and I'm married to a white man at that. And my quarter black child that is not, we know this baby ain't gonna come out looking like no chocolate chip because look at his parents.
Mm-mm.
Like he
never
may
know.
have a little curl to his hair. That's
Well, the
probably
first
about
baby
it.
is don't they have a one?
Archie?
Yeah, he looks white.
Right.
Wait, they already have a kid?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
he-
a girl in this.
Right. So they were saying that he
Oh.
can't take on the title
Yeah.
because he
Which is
So-
apparently.
Wait, that's what they said.
Oh yeah, he's not.
Yeah.
He's not. He has no title.
Yeah,
Wait.
he's nothing.
Wait,
They're
so,
completely out.
Yeah.
so they already had one kid.
Yes.
And that's what the
That's what
problem
made them
came.
move. That's
yeah.
what made them want to move. It's
and
like,
they
you know,
told him that motherfucker right there can't have a motherfucking
Mike,
So then
title.
why are we having this discussion?
this
then?
child looks white. This child looks white.
But because it has
I'ma
a little
Google
bit of
this
black.
shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Bruh.
So you have a quarter black,
You know how
and you
that
have to
go.
question what complexion is this baby gonna come out? Like, do we have to worry about whether or not this baby's gonna look black? And so I think she was shocked that she would have to deal with that. I don't think she expected to have that. And then on top of that, I've married a prince. I'm having his son. I'm having his baby. And you're telling me that he's not going to get any title. He's not going to get the privilege of anything.
Security.
And you're saying I can't have the security.
Oh,
So I'm
wow.
married to a prince and y'all aren't going to give me any bodyguards. Like y'all know people be coming
Oh,
for
so
y'all.
he must love her. He
Yeah,
must
that's
really
what I'm
love
saying.
her to
So
leave
he-
all that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
good for him.
Bro,
Look white, bro.
nah,
Good for him.
this Negro
That's
looks
not
white
even
as
her
hell.
child. That
God
is
damn.
Aryan as fuck. That baby came out the womb saying, nigga. That baby looks super white.
Yeah.
Every picture, he's like,
So
he's
I,
white,
I
white.
do
baby
think that
looks
they were
white.
both surprised that that was the response that they were
I
going to
don't believe Henry. I don't believe Henry at
Harry.
all that he Harry?
Harry.
Is Harry or Henry?
Harry.
Harry. I don't believe Harry for half a second.
He gonna be mad as hell when he found out he can't be whatever.
He gonna cut
yeah,
up.
he gonna be
Look,
mad.
I think that's
gonna
where
be hot.
this conversation comes
Yeah.
from.
He gonna
I
cut
think
up.
that's where this interview came from. Meghan ass is mad because she's like, man, I made a prince. I don't get nothing out of it, but this
She
ugly
got
motherfucker,
nothing. Like, you think that's a
I think she's
come
pissed
up,
about it
bro?
too.
she thought it was a come up.
Yeah,
She's
this,
trying to pull out Stacey's
Yeah.
ass. Look,
Even if, no matter how much I love the nigga, yes, a come up. I'm gonna deal with all this tabloid shit. I'm gonna get something out of this deal. Like as soon as they found out they were dating, she was all over the tabloids.
she got
Everybody
nothing.
knew about it.
She got love.
And I can't even get no baby prince.
she got
out
a
of it.
regular ass
she
job.
got
That's what she
love.
had to. She had to come back over here and fucking work.
Ain't that some shit?
Yep.
She was
Basically.
stuck
Yep.
with life.
You leave the hood thinking you done fucking came up. You gotta go back to the hood.
Yep, you gotta come back.
Don't,
she's
don't
not
always let you come
exactly
back.
coming
You came
back
all
to
the way
hood
to America.
side.
You know they be hanging people in North America, right? In America, right?
Hilarious.
I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to. Oh no, go ahead, Rob. 'cause you'll
I was gonna
forget.
say the thing that I asked Nate, which is what I didn't understand, is like before it even got to this point, it's like if you were this racist, why did you even allow this to get to this point? Like, why did you allow him to marry outside his race and all that? So that's what I was confused about, and to then not even. So if you already knew that you wasn't going to accept them and accept their children, why even let them go through with this big ass extravagant wedding?
Because they probably thought he was just, just exploring out there, having a good time.
No,
I can
I
see
think-
that, but I'm talking about
Once it was confirmed.
Once it was confirmed, like we getting married. You basically funded and did that whole.
What are they
thing.
gonna do? Like, if he's decided this is the
You
girl,
tell them
he's
like,
gonna...
no, you can't do this.
Tell them like they did Diana.
Well, even like not even that, but not support it. Like there's people like that all the time that don't like say I'm not gonna pay for the wedding.
How is
and
that
stuff
going
like
to
that.
look? Like, they just had this big wedding for William,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
And now Prince Harry's found his bride,
Mm-hmm.
and so we're not going to do this. They know that's gonna look like it's because she's not white.
Yeah,
But there's no way around it.
No, there isn't, but that's easier. Like what's going on right now is a lot easier for the monarchy to control than not having a wedding at all.
Yeah.
Like they can easily come out and be like, oh yeah, this is some bullshit, and send the media out to
Right,
kind of,
which they're doing.
yeah,
They've already done that.
yep.
Yeah, they got
Yep.
Prince Charles out there with the black people at the,
Yep, they hired some
senior
black
citizens
folks.
home working
Wait,
and
what
taking.
happened?
Yeah,
So
they
he
hired-
went to some hospital or something, and they snapped all these pictures, and every picture he was snapped in, there was a black person in it.
They hired some black people.
Are y'all serious?
Yeah. There's been a lot of pictures of him with black folks this week.
I don't know, man. The whole thing is just weird to me. I've always thought it was weird that we're so obsessed with the royal family. I've always thought they were trash. And the fact that Meghan Markle walked her ass into that trash ass situation and then is surprised that she's walking away smelling like trash. I'm just looking at all of y'all like, not that this is what you get, because no one deserves that. No one deserves to be
But
getting
what did you
suicidal
expect?
thoughts. You know, it's
Yeah.
sad that you're that upset and you're that crushed by this. But at the same time, you're on Oprah and all of y'all are sitting here trying to pretend that we're supposed to be shocked. I'm not fucking shocked. Fuck that family.
Yeah.
And fuck Harry too. It's
Harry.
Yeah.
yes.
Harry.
Fuck Harry. Fuck Charles.
Well, they're saying Harry is cool because he was like, fuck it. I want to. This is who I want to date. I don't care if she half black. This is who.
If
I
I'm
wanna date.
Meghan, I
Good
wouldn't
for
have
him.
left. I wouldn't have left. Megan should have
Tough
snatched
that
up
shit out.
She should have thugged that shit out, bro. She should have snatched up a couple of motherfuckers in there while she there. And I think some things would have changed.
She
After
probably felt
saw what
threatened,
Diana
bro.
happened.
Yeah, she
She
probably
probably
felt
thought she
threatened.
might
bro.
They're probably gonna
Really
still try to get them.
I mean, at this point, if she comes up dead,
They
it's gonna be an
think
issue.
about it. They went to America. They went on Oprah of all because they know everybody gonna watch Oprah, and they just started just talking shit.
And isn't
But
Oprah?
they probably can't, huh?
Isn't she like retired from doing interviews anyways? Didn't she just come back to do this interview?
Pretty
Yeah.
much,
Dude,
yeah.
big
Yeah,
surprise.
yeah.
She got like what, 7 million or some stupid shit.
Since
fucking-
17. Oh, her payout.
Yeah, how much didn't Oprah
I
get? Like,
don't know.
she got millions for this interview.
I know
mean,
17
yeah.
million people watched this shit. Over
She-
17 million. That's crazy.
Oprah paid her.
No,
Oprah
she got paid,
got
too.
paid.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
to look it up. Oprah got paid hella money for this interview.
I'm sure the network would have paid Oprah for.
But either way, like you,
So-
I didn't know black people gave 2 fucks about the royal family.
I didn't know
until
that
this shit
too until
happened.
that wedding. I was like,
Yeah.
why are people watching this wedding like this?
It's a black princess.
I had no idea. Like black people cared.
I had no idea either.
I think
King.
it's a weird subset of the black community that does pay attention to the royals. Like,
That's
I know
crazy.
black people who love Diana. Like, I didn't get that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought they only gave a fuck because Meghan Markle was involved. Because the thing about it is, the thing that irks me is this is not an isolated situation. There are plenty of people who, I mean, damn near everybody that gets in an interracial relationship deals with this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the fact that we're supposed to just be jumping up and down and being so distraught because, and the thing about it is also, she is privileged enough to be able to move.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A lot of us can't do that. 1, 2, she can pay for counseling, therapy, all types of shit. I'm not discounting her mental
Yeah, wanted to
anguish
kill herself and stuff
at
like
all.
that, yeah.
No, I'm not discounting any of that. What I'm saying is that conversation that's being had around that should be happening anyway.
Mhm.
I just don't really give a fuck to have it regarding the royal family. That's, to me, that's like walking into a Klan meeting and then doing an interview and being like, they called me nigger, guys. Oh my God.
Can you believe it?
I can't believe it. No, motherfucker. You kind of like, you kind
Yeah, Oprah be like, they said,
wait,
Wait,
what? Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Wait, wait.
Which one of the Klan members? What is, wait. What? Describe to me what his hood looked like. Just describe it. You ain't gotta say his name, girl. Just describe the hood. Come on, y'all. Get out of here.
Yeah, they did. They did.
They really did. Yeah. It's crazy. I didn't know what to say either. I mean, how did you feel when it happened? I felt like a nigger. Come on, man. Get out of here.
Negro. I'm a negro. I'm a negro.
She need to run. Get away from that family, Meghan. Get away from that family.
She did.
She need to get away from Harry too. Because Harry set you up for the fucking
She can't. She already had to keep a nigga baby. So
she can't. At this point, I don't think she should leave Harry, because if she doesn't, or if she does, and then she got them kids and she has absolutely no protection.
Mm-hmm. Harry got to pay for all that shit now. He was like, I got to pay for all
right. She can still
security.
leave him because I'm sure they didn't sign it. Well, they might sign a prenup.
That was fucked up though. They were like, yeah, we'll pay for your
was
security,
crazy.
but we ain't gonna pay for her security. God,
That's what they
Or
said.
the baby.
yeah, or
And-
the
and-
baby.
And y'all really think that Harry didn't know any of that shit would go down like that?
He may
I
not
don't
know
think
that to
Harry
that
knew,
extent.
bro.
That's
I don't think he
extreme,
knew
bro.
that they
I
weren't
don't
going to
think
get
he knew to
security.
that
And he
extent.
kept saying in the interview, the security part was the part that was the breaking of the last straw for him. So I don't think that he anticipated them to take away the security from his wife and his children.
Yeah, the title.
I don't think that
'cause
he
the
thought that.
Because the title you can get, right? You want to keep that when those pictures on the wall. You don't want no speck in that picture.
Yeah,
those
yeah,
pictures.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, he can see that. But the security, on the other hand, that doesn't require anything. That just requires like, yo, we just have protection, and that's all it is. You don't have to. It don't have to be put in the spotlight or anything. I just want my kids protected.
Then go pay for them to get protection.
He
You
is.
are-
He did.
you're- then
He
what,
is.
what is he crying about then?
Because they were supposed to do it.
But they're not. And Harry knew that they were
Because
racist.
that's
But that's
some
why they-
bullshit.
I'm not buying none of this fucking white tears from Harry.
Well, I don't
Harry
think it's
can
white
kiss my
tears. I think
ass.
he's good. He just. I think they're good.
But see,
Like,
if he was good, he should have told Meghan, like, this is what you're walking into.
That's
so
a
don't be
whole other
surprised.
level of racism, though. Like that's they.
That's a lower level of racism.
I mean,
Are
for
you
the
kidding me?
royal family to be like, no, like we hate black so much that we just not gonna do shit for this motherfucker. They, like Ross said, it was like at least they can pay for the motherfucking security. This is my motherfucking kid. Y'all can say what you want, but this motherfucker part of this shit regardless.
I don't know.
But
about
they were
that.
like,
I
nah,
don't
we're
think
not
that
gonna
they
protect
expected
you
that.
or the motherfucking kid. Both of them motherfuckers could die for all we care of.
Which is why he made the comment that he thinks that it would end up like his mom again. Like if they don't have any security, she's gonna die and so are my kids.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
That was he
I don't
And
think
you
he.
brought
I
her
don't think
into
he
this.
anticipated that. I don't
Then-
think.
then
I think
he's
he was
stupid too.
honestly surprised. I will give you that. I think they might have been really naive and really ignorant to the level of racism that they were involved in. But I don't think that they sincerely thought.
But how
that.
can we know this, but they don't? They're involved in the family. We're
Because
looking at
Because
the
we've been
outside
dealing
of
with
the
racist
family.
shit our whole life.
Because it's their family.
I
Yeah.
don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm not.
I agree, yeah.
I don't buy it. That motherfucker knew that his family was racist. Maybe he didn't know the extent of how
Right.
racist, but he
Yeah.
knew they were racist.
right.
So for him,
But it'll be different if I love her and I'm bringing them home. They're with me.
then he's. Oh my god, I can't.
Mm.
White
Yeah.
people always
But
do
people-
that, though.
Yeah, they do that. White people always do that.
Do what?
They think that's gonna change it.
Yeah.
They'll
It's
accept
all
them. If they
love.
follow-
Nobody thinks like this. Oh my God, it's all love. Everything is love. No, bitch, everything is
Family
racist.
has literal generations of factual racism.
Yeah, but we're not like that anymore. We
But he
evolved
doesn't
with the
think that,
time.
y'all.
I
He
think
doesn't.
I
I don't
he
think he
does.
does.
I think he does.
I think he's pulled the wool over a lot of Americans' eyes. I don't think that Harry genuinely thinks his family is no longer racist.
I don't think that he. Yes, I do think he understands that there's racism in the family. I do not think that he thought it applied to them. The same way I don't think Meghan thought this was going to apply to her. I think that we feel this way, but we're different.
Gotcha.
And if I have a girl who's got a little bit of black in her, but she's pretty, she looks white, she looks Anglo-Saxon. What are we talking about here? It doesn't apply to us. And our kids are gonna look white. What are you talking about? It's a quarter. It's a quarter. Why are we talking about this?
Then I hope Meghan slapped the
You know, it's that
shit
one
out of him
drop
when she
rule.
found out about all this.
I'm with Ken. I think I would have stayed and toughed it out. Either I would have put a little, or get a little oil paint in my black ass baby with a crown and put it on the wall right in front of Queen Elizabeth's bedroom door. Like,
Y'all
look,
trying
bitch.
to die. This is the most powerful family
Hey.
in the world, and y'all are trying to die.
She went through a lot of shit to get there.
What did she go through? She left Piers Morgan ass to go date this dude. Broke poor Piers
You
Morgan.
see Piers Morgan walked off stage off his own set.
I can't do it, Mike. I can't do it.
Wait,
I'm
did they
sorry.
date?
He got mad. He was
Yeah.
hot.
That homie, I don't know what his name
I don't know him
is. The
either.
black dude,
Yeah.
the brother
He
on the
checked
show. He's
it.
like, look,
He
man, I'm
did.
tired of this shit.
He did.
You keep talking about sis like this, bro. I'm tired of this. I'm not doing this.
He
I'm
didn't
sorry.
even
I'm
try to
sorry.
defend himself. He
sure
just
didn't.
got the fuck up and left.
He ran. He ran like someone was crying in the room.
Yep. He was mad. I think they fired him too.
No, he quit.
Oh, quit. Yeah, same
He
thing.
quit the next day. He said, I'm not
doing
coming
this.
Because
back."
they tried to make him apologize. He was like, I ain't apologizing for shit. Y'all can fire me. I quit. Yeah.
I don't follow that. What happened?
So the Pierce Morgan, who I guess is he's a big news personality in Britain, and he was saying basically saying that she was lying and manipulating the media. Nobody should believe what she's saying, and he's been making a lot of comments in that regard. And one of the other anchors on the news show called him out on it, and he got pissed and walked off.
Who got pissed and walked off?
Pierce Morgan.
Pierce Morgan used to date Meghan Markle.
Okay.
I
And
didn't
apparently-
know that.
Yeah,
Well, I don't
I
think
didn't know until this, but
No, they were friends. They were friends,
No.
and he asked her out on a date.
they went on. Okay, you're right, Sophie. You're right. That's a distinction that's very important.
Yeah.
They weren't dating as in going on multiple dates.
They went on a date.
To him, Sophie's right. They went on a date. And you know how men are.
Yeah. So
At
you
that
salty,
point,
you
he
ain't
thought he
getting
owned her. And apparently she left one of their dates and went and met up with Harry. And ever since then, they've been together.
I know
So
that's
poor
right.
little Pierce was upset.
Oh,
So he's
that
been
puts a lot of
saying shit
context.
about
I
her.
didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know any of this either until I watched the whole YouTube video on it. And I was like, this is more fascinating to me than the whole racist royal family. That shit was interesting to me because the fact that he fucking quit the show rather than deal with
Over
it.
one date.
And Sharon Osbourne got caught up in that shit defending
sure
his
did.
ass. And so she had to come out and apologize.
Good, because I watched that shit.
Yep.
I was mad at Cheryl Underwood's sorry ass for not
What
fucking
did she
snapping.
say?
Nothing.
Cheryl Underwood didn't say anything wrong. And the fact that she didn't fucking hand Sharon Osbourne her ass on that show, I'm like, come on, yo. Like, you've been confronted before by white tears. And the fact that you're sitting here and just letting Sharon handle you like this, no. Because Sharon was all the way wrong.
Yeah, Sharon gave her the business.
She did. On TV. And, and she was trying to clean it up. Sharon was like, look, I wasn't trying to say this. I didn't mean like, oh, come on. Oh, come on. You're painting me like I'm a racist. Come on. Get the fuck out of here, man. I know you fought before, Cheryl. You look like you could fight.
Yeah.
You should have got up and slapped the shit out of Sharon Osbourne. Who's gonna check you? Kelly? Ozzy? Ozzy don't even know who the fuck she is no more.
That's so fucked up.
So what are we talking about here?
It's so true, though.
Come on, man. Look, I love Ozzy, but come on, bro.
All right.